Good morning, gentlemen. August the 26th here in central Illinois. And the weather is absolutely phenomenal. I saw something cute out on Facebook the other day talking about the weather. It went from 90 degrees to 65, just as if it had seen a state cop sitting up ahead in a speed trap. And that's about how fast it's dropped. But what I'm looking at is another project. I've mentioned this off and on from time to time. What I'm wanting to do is to build a beer car, a reefer. And what I have started out with is I bought some Ì've's boxcars here that have been repainted with a broom over the past couple of years. They're complete, got the roof and everything, and I've been looking to do something with them, and I think I'm going to try a beer car reefer. There is a gentleman out on Facebook, he's with a number of groups, that is probably one of the finest builders of this stuff I have ever seen. His name is David Wallace. He not only builds, he actually builds scale standard gauge, and he builds it all: wheels, gearing, body, everything except the motor. He does it from scratch. But the other thing that he does is he does what if Ì've's template, and he literally builds the boxes, the boxcars and stuff from scratch, and they look identical to Ì've's. Then he rubber stamps them and adds other things to them as if it had been, something that would have been cool at the time, but Ì've's never did. He's probably one of the finest craftsmen out there in this field, and I mean one of the finest, if not the finest. But what he did was he had built an Ì've's refrigerator car, and he had put a beer label on one side and then rubber stamped it on the other. Well, like I say, I've got these boxcars. They will work great for this, and let's see if I can do this one-handed as usual. That label absolutely positively drops right down in there between the two structures. On the other side, we would rubber stamp it. I've got this one, like I've told you before. I'm a lover of the Chicago Northwestern Railway. These are their early logos. I have used them before on my tenders, some stuff that I had worked on, and they come across quite nicely. So what I'm going to do, I've got another boxcar. I'm going to sandblast it. I'm going to take all the paint off. Going to remove this sliding door. And I've already bought a set of hinges that are offset that would fit here on the inside with the hinge running down here. They're 2 inches, which is absolutely perfect. This is slightly taller than 2 inches. And then I would take and I would put each side a door, just like the Bing over here. Set that up, and that way you'd have a refrigerator door that you could open and close. And then, like I say, rubber stamp this side. Maybe put an Ì've's like 193, or put some number here. You could also put your empty weight and gross weight, stamp that there. Do a little bit of work on the ends, those sorts of things. And I've already started goofing around here. This is the boxcar that I'm going to use. And I've already stripped this Ì've's roof. And about the only thing I will do extra to the roof is I would probably fabricate some reefer hatches. Put a hatch here, and of course on opposite sides, just to decorate the top just a little bit. Maybe, who knows, maybe take it and paint it red with a black top. The truss bars may be black. Now, this the way David does his, and he uses paper labels. He glues it to the body, and then he puts clear coat over the whole car, everything. So I'm going to give that a try. What I need to figure out is what type of an adhesive do we use on this, because I don't want to use an adhesive that the moment it sticks, you can't get it off. I have thought about using a glue stick. I have also thought about using a like Elmer's wood glue. It's anything that's water-based, you got to be careful because it will make the paper pucker. So once it's glued on there and then you put a clear coat on it, it should be stuck there for life. So that's what I'm up to. We'll see how well this turns out, but this is something that I've wanted for a long time. Here are other beer labels. I get these off of eBay. They are original. Now, what I will show you is this. This is the same label, but as it stands, as it comes to you, it is really a little bit bigger, ever so slightly bigger than between the two stanchions here. So on my metal shear, which is nothing more than we've all seen the paper cutter that we had in grade school. You guys, people that are my age, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, that metal shear I've got is basically the same as one of those. I set this up on the side and I trimmed, and I do mean trim. It was a hair on both sides of these, which then allowed this to drop in perfectly. So that's what I'm up to. I'm hoping to have some great success with this. I'm looking forward to doing it. If I can get into my friend Scott's in the next day or two, he's got a huge sandblaster, and I can't remember what it is he uses, but it's virtually like baking soda. It is super, super fine stuff, so it doesn't erode the metal very much. These have been painted over with modern paint. I'd have to throw them into real stripper. I'm not interested in doing that. I'm not interested in that kind of a mess. So I'm going to give it a try with, like I say, with the sandblaster and see how it turns out. So that's what we're up to. We're hoping that this turns out well. I think it will. The biggest problem I'm going to have with it, the one that worries me the most, is once I get it painted, and then I go to apply the plastic, to apply the beer label, and then I shoot it with clear coat. And I may take some of these labels that I've got. I may paint a piece of tin, glue it on there, and once it's cured, then shoot it with clear coat just to see what type of reaction I get. Because you can get these, like I say, you can get these labels off of eBay. They're original labels, and also these are pre-war labels. That's what I'm interested in. You guys know that. Anything before the war. So that's, and they're anywhere from $1.50 to $4. And I don't know how it was, but I bought a whole slug of these. So they're easy to get a hold of, and they're fun to work with. If it's really successful, I may do a couple of these and make myself a beer car train. Just a lot of color to it. It would actually be really, really, really cool. All right, guys, what are we? Oh, we're hump day today. Enjoy it. Enjoy this cool weather wherever you're at. I hope it's cool. And, we got the Labor Day coming up. Yeah, that'll be a long weekend for some of you guys. So have a good one, and we will talk with you later. Toodaloo.